Before we get into it, though, I have a bone to pick.
Nick is on one.
I'm on one, and Chase Rice
Yep.
is a bit of a he's a douchebag.
I know you used to last time we talked.
You know, it's funny, but when I watched the episode, I actually first DM'd him and said, "Hey, I invited you. You should come on the episode if you want. We have a bunch of country fans here." And when we watched the episode, as we said in the last week's show, the biggest takeaway was what an awkward situation. Everyone knows that this was producer driven.
Well, you thought that. Yeah.
Even like social media, it's pretty much accepted. Of course, they found out about this. Even Rob said. And of course, you would want the producers to make this happen. But Chase Rice, Victoria F., and Peter all handled themselves fine. No one looked bad.
But
right?
This is my question. So Victoria says Chase knew she was going on. So if he agreed to go on knowing she was going on,
yeah,
they knew it was inevitable.
We'll get into all that. But my point is that after it aired, everyone looked fine.
Yeah,
you know
everyone
what I'm saying? There
looked
wasn't like no one was saying anything negative about Chase. In fact, if anything, it sounds like it's been very beneficial for Chase Rice.
All news is good news.
All news is, and people loved it for it. But this dude goes on a radio show to presume to promote his album, right?
Did you hear this?
I heard the interview.
You heard the interview? Okay.
Yeah, and he just like shits on The Bachelor, and he strongly implies that his situation, if you will, with Victoria F. was just a one-night stand.
Oh.
Now, I don't know the specifics of that. My point of saying how douchey it is if for him to do that is because for the people who go on this show, right, like especially when you're new, eventually it might like get a little celebrity and notoriety, but right now they're just the reality TV people who are desperate to go on and have no jobs and have no lives, and we all like to shit on them. You know, we're snarky on the show. We've teased people, and you kind of really have no credibility. And so for him to go on there and after the show aired, and then low key be like, well, no, it was like implying it's a one night stand. He opens it up for her to be ridiculed and criticized for being quote unquote a liar.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, was on Survivor. He took second.
Chase Rice. I know. You told me this morning. I was shocked.
He was on the show.
I had no
I
idea.
didn't know this before, but like
Pulled up a picture.
He did it. I've met Chase. I realized this. I met him when I was The Bachelor. My friend Dan Cox, who was on the show, on The Bachelorette, he is now dating a very lovely and nice person named Natalie, who was on Survivor, and she knew Chase. And I guess I went to his concert and I met him. He was very nice.
Yeah.
And so it's disappointing to like, he's been such a douchebag about this and like throwing the show under the bus, acting like he's above it. Like, Chase, I'm sure your album's fine. I don't listen to country, but your album's doing what it is, and everyone knows who Chase Rice is now because of Victoria F., because of The Bachelor.
I agree.
And just say thank you and shut up. Like, you don't have to throw it under the bus. And I'm surprised for all the fans out there who are criticizing Victoria, because like I've had even friends of mine, female friends who like saw the interviews, watched the show, and then saw the Chase Rice interview and be like, oh, that Victoria F. is lying. Oh my God, she must be crazy. You know, she's exaggerating the relationship. And I'm just like, really, for all the girls who are out there who have hooked up with a guy, maybe they've had some sex, maybe went on a couple dates, and they were really excited about him. And then, whatever, it didn't work out. He left, that's fine. And then they run into him in an awkward situation. Imagine what you would be like if you go on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, you're basically telling someone, or in Victoria in this case, how she was supposed to feel emotionally. She didn't freak out. She didn't say on the show, we were supposed to get married, we dated for years. She just said that we dated, or there was a relationship there. That's all she said. She acted
100%,
awkward, right?
100%.
Like, that's all it was.
Yeah.
There wasn't this thing.
She didn't go into detail.
She didn't go into detail, but like it obviously, because of the reaction, it was implied that there was something there. And then he goes on and says, well, I spent one night with her.
Yeah, that's
it's just a dick move. He didn't have to do that. And like, he's throwing the show under the bus like, well, I don't know why I have to be part of the show. Oh, by the way, all of a sudden he's Bradley Cooper from A Star Is Born. Like, all right, calm down, Chase Rice. So instead of acting like a victim on this radio interview that he gave where he complained about the Bachelor producers and not just thanked them for helping make his album #1 and throwing Victoria F under the bus. He could have simply just gone on the radio in his kind of exaggerated Bradley Cooper Stars Born voice. Could have been like, you know, when the radio host asked him about going on the show, he should have been like, well, you know, it is what it is, and they're making a show, and no hard feelings. I get it. Just appreciate an opportunity to sing my song. And then when asked about Victoria, he could have just been, you know, she's a great girl, and the song I wrote about that I sang, you know, I know a lot of people were saying it's about her. It's not about her, but you know, it's about someone who really kind of messed me up. And while Victoria and I didn't work out, she's definitely a great girl, and I wish her nothing but the best. And I'll tell you what, if Peter ends up with her, he'll be a really lucky guy. That's it. That's all he has to say. But instead, he has to just complain about the show and then totally throw Victoria F under the bus. And of course, people are going to want to believe Chase because he's the country singer and she's just some girl showing up on reality TV. And now she has a bunch of people going out there accusing her of being a liar, slut shaming her, things like that. Whatever. Yeah, I just don't. I am protective of the show. I
told you guys he was on.
It's a douche move. Like your album's doing this well. Like one night, Chase Rice was an up and coming C to B list country music singer, and it sounds like he's nice. And then the next day, he was mainstream. Yeah. He was in every tabloid, getting press. Promoting his album because of Victoria F. Yep. That's why, because of The Bachelor. And it's just kind of a douche move to throw the show and a girl who like people are looking to like hate on. And I mean anyone, right? Like, because also like this like story about, and this is where I will defend Victoria, like the skydiving shit.
Yeah.
Because apparently she went skydiving once before.
Right. I mean, that's annoying. Yeah.
Is it? What's annoying?
It's just annoying. People are like, oh, she can't be scared of heights because she went skydiving once.
I'm pretty sure I'm terrified of snakes, and I don't touch snakes. And you know what? If I ever worked up the courage to like have a boa constrictor and wrap around my like neck, you know what I'd do? I'd take a fucking picture and then I'd post on my Instagram. You know what? My caption would probably even sarcastically be, "Wasn't afraid at all." Now, fast forward 4 years, I go on some show. I'm losing my shit because I'm about to like swim in snakes. Meanwhile, I'm trying to impress some girl.
Yeah.
And then like what? And that what makes me a liar somehow? That's just ridiculous.
Victoria, Nick's your knight in shining armor defending you. He's here for you.
I'm not trying to like. I don't have a problem defending Victoria, but this is to me about Chase Rice being a douchebag.
Yeah, we all agree.
This like he's supposed to be some romantic country singer. Like you're a dick.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to throw, and like, you know what? Maybe they didn't date and maybe they have a long relationship. And this is, and here's what I'm sure this relationship was. She was probably some girl he was talking to briefly. They might have hooked up, and he's probably talking to a lot of girls. And you know what? It probably wasn't his girlfriend. Yeah. But he doesn't have to dismiss her and like make her like ridicule what she felt. She is allowed to feel whatever she wants. And if you're a guy who hooks up with a girl, and like I've done that, like I've hooked up with a girl and I might not want to keep hanging out with her, but I'm not going to dismiss how she feels.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, well, it was nothing to me. Certainly not nationally. Do better, Chase Rice.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your album. It sounds like it's doing great. Don't be a dick to future women you sleep with.
Yeah, it's good advice.
Like you said, we have a great episode with Kendall. We recap it, and we do thank her for being so kind and sharing her story about
another great episode.
Her and Joe, a great episode of The Bachelor. Honestly, I can't. 5 hours this week. Ugh. Here we go.
They're asking a lot of us.
Here we go.